Madam Clerk, would you open the court for us?
The State of Michigan 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable David S. Robinson Jr. presiding. Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today, Judge?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
What file?
I have 467 for today.
467.
But I also have a question for you. So we had filed a suit in April. It was assigned to you with a case number, but that case number now doesn't exist. So we're trying to submit our default, and the court's rejecting it because they say there's no case number. But I have the summons that has the case number and has it assigned to you. Should I send that directly to, is Carrie still your clerk?
No, Carrie's retired. What you need to do is have your runner bring it down to the second floor and talk to the supervisor.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you know their name by chance?
Ms. Davis, I think, would be the person you want to talk to.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
Okay. I don't have your opponent as of yet.
Okay.
Now, that case that you just described, was there a prior case?
No, so there was no other prior with this defendant. I looked up to see if maybe it just was the wrong case number, but I can't find him by name either.
Well, if you can't find him by name, that's not unusual because he's not in the system.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's weird.
Yeah. But that's something I can't do anything for you. So
All right.
it's got to be an administrative matter. I'll put you back in the waiting room when we get a defendant for you. We can get started.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Johnson, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Your Honor.
What do you seem to be busy today? You've got Velocity versus Neal and Velocity versus Lowe.
Correct, Your Honor.
I have Mr. Lowe here, I believe. So let's get that one started. 561. Hello?
I'm here.
All right, we are on the record. This is file number 181600561, Velocity Investments versus DeAndre Lowe. Date and time for objection to garnishment. Your appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brad Johnson, P75416 on behalf of the plaintiff.
What is your name, sir?
John Braylow.
You are the moving party. What is the basis of your objection to garnishment?
I would like to dismiss this voluntarily.
I'm sorry. This is your motion to set aside default judgment. The court already denied the objection to garnishment.
Correct. I would like to dismiss this completely.
On what basis?
I don't have the resources to continue or the knowledge.
Sir, what is the basis for your motion to set aside? We were together on January 25th. The court denied your objection to garnishment. Set for today, your motion to set aside default judgment. What is the basis of your motion?
I was a victim of identity theft. I was trying to explain this at the last proceeding. I didn't have the proper articulation to continue on, so I'm just gonna voluntarily withdraw this motion.
All right, the motion to set aside default judgment is denied. All right, gentlemen, there doesn't seem to be anything else in front of us today. I'll send out a copy of the order denying the objection to the motion to set aside default judgment. We are Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor. Yeah, nothing
Okay, I'll
else
put you
really to
back
say.
in waiting room for your other case.
Okay, thank you.
And Mr. Lowe, I'll let you go. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Robert Moulton. Robert Moulton, that's Robert Moulton. Let's notice. Admit as for Eunice. Admit Robert Moulton. I have Mr. Moulton. I have two Robert Moultons, apparently. Having trouble connect areas. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Are you there or not? What is your name, sir? Sir?
Robert Moulton.
All right, we are on the record. This is 17128.
My name is Robert Moulton.
All right, 17128-467 Credit Acceptance Corporation versus Robert Moulton. Date and time for objection to garnishment. Your appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Ashley Nonis on behalf of plaintiff
Bar number.
77029.
And what is your name? Hello?
Yes, sir.
What is your name? We're having technical difficulties, sir. Tell us your name again. Mr. Moulton,
Yes, sir.
what is the basis of your objection to garnishment?
Sir, I think let me try to connect with my phone for a moment.
I can hear you now. Don't mess with your phone. Tell me what the basis is for your objection to garnishment.
That's the issue. I'm getting choppy bits of the conversation. I try to from my phone. One moment, please.
I can
I'm
hear
sorry. The place I'm the
breaking up.
okay. It's like I'm getting the first half of your sentence, but the second half isn't.
All right, I have you now. Can you hear me now?
That's breaking up. I apologize. Even right, it's still.
Mr. Moulton, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you now and I can see you. Let's
Only a
get
couple
started.
seconds of the conversation. Give me 1 second. Um, I connect to my phone because I'm on a laptop trying to do this. I apologize for
All right, I
the
hear you now. Can you hear me?
inconvenience.
What is Mr. Moulton? What is the basis of your objection to garnishment?
I'm still a little choppy.
I'm going to put him back in the waiting room. We'll try this again. This isn't going anywhere. Hello,
Hi, how are you?
what is your name?
Rhonda Cleveland.
Rhonda Cleveland.
Yes.
Oh, why, your Paul Mannion's case? Let's see here. I got your other side. Can you hang on?
Yes.
We can get started.
Thank you.
All right, we are on the record. This is case number 21-155-199. Jefferson Capital System versus Rhonda Cleveland. Date and time for objection to garnishment. Appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Truba appearing on behalf of the plaintiff Jefferson Capital Systems. My P number is 61752.
And what is your name, ma'am?
I'm Rhonda Cleveland.
You are the moving party. What is the basis of your objection to garnishment?
For one, this is not my dad. I never had DTE at this address, and I definitely didn't have DTE in 214 in my name.
Okay, do you have any other basis for your objection to garnishment?
I don't know. I believe that I know I didn't have DTE in 214 or after. So it's been more than 7 years since I had DTE, and I was told that that's the stature for if I did have any past bills before 214. But I
Okay.
haven't in a while. I don't even know the last time. It could have been like 2012, but I haven't had DTE in my name.
Mr. Truba.
Your Honor, in this case, the defendant was served on May 25th, 2021. We also mailed a judgment to her on July 13th of 2021. We didn't know anything about this particular dispute until we got the objection to garnishment. So I mailed her an affidavit of fraud, which she should receive shortly. But with respect to the legal basis, Your Honor, as the court's well aware, MCR 3.101K prohibits the defendant from attacking the underlying judgment in a garnishment proceeding. For that reason, Your Honor, I don't believe the objection is legally valid, and we're requesting that it be denied and funds be forwarded to our office.
All right, the court's prepared to rule on this matter. Ms. Cleveland,
Yes.
the only matter before the court is your objection to garnishment. Under Michigan Court Rule 3.101K, you cannot use the objection to garnishment as a method of attacking the validity of the underlying judgment. That has to be a different motion, not the motion that you filed. Now,
Okay.
counsel indicated that he has sent to you a fraud packet. So I would urge you, when you get the fraud packet, to fill it out and return it. But for right now, your objection to garnishment must be denied. You have an absolute right, ma'am, to appeal my decision. That appeal must be perfected within 21 days of today in the Wayne County Circuit Court. Thank you both
Okay.
for coming in. We're off the record.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, can I ask a question?
Ma'am?
I don't understand what you were saying. You said I didn't understand the words that you used when you said that I can't feel. Are you saying because I said it's not my dad, or I mean,
No,
what?
ma'am, what I'm saying to you is that you're saying there's something wrong with the underlying judgment. And the rules that govern objections to garnishment, which is the only matter before me today, specifically prohibit you from using the objection to garnishment to say there's something wrong with the underlying judgment. That's what I'm saying. Thank you both for coming in. We're off the
Thanks,
record.
Judge.
That's your only case?
That is, Your Honor. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Good morning, counsel.
Good morning, Judge.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling just fine. The sun's been shining and it's not too cold. So
That's good to hear. What brings you here today?
I am here. I'm standing in for Charles Hemming. Velocity Investment versus Renee Neil, 22195652.
Okay, I don't have Ms. Neal as of yet.
Oh, I'm here for Miss Neil.
Oh, you're here on behalf
Yes,
of,
I'm standing in for Charles Hemming.
oh, I'm sorry. I
Oh, it's
have,
okay.
I have Mr. Johnson. And let's get started. 22652. All right. This, excuse me. This is file number 22195652, Velocity Investments versus Renee Neal. Date and time for a pretrial conference. Your appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brad Johnson, P75416, on behalf of the plaintiff.
Counsel, your appearance.
Diane Exageraris, standing in for Charles Hemming, appearing for the defendant, P32106.
Okay, we closed your discovery as of yesterday, so I take it we settled our case?
Not particularly. I think they're still trying to get the funds available to make an offer. I think last time we talked about putting this on a dispositive motion track and getting dates for that and a briefing schedule.
How long will it take you to file your motion? It's time to start.
I can get it in 2 weeks or less.
All right, I'm gonna set your motion for summary disposition for March. Let me see, I put my calendar up here. March 22nd, work for everybody?
Let's see.
March 22nd?
22nd?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Fine,
Works for me.
defendant.
All right, March 22nd. 2023 at 10 o'clock. We will hear the plaintiff's motion for summary disposition. I'll send out an order to you both today. Anything else we can do today?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right.
Nothing from defendant.
Okay, good enough. We'll send out your order. Thank you both for coming in. We're off the record.
All right, thank you.
Judge.
Beautiful. Mr. Hill, good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
You have asset acceptance versus Butler.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I do not have your opponent as of yet. So put you back in the waiting room for a couple of minutes, and we'll probably be moving on without her.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you.
Let me
Sorry
get
about-
the other attorney in here and get started on this file.
Okay.
All right. We are on the record again on file 17128-467, credit acceptance versus Robert Moulton. Date and time for objection to garnishment. Your appearances.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Attorney Ashley Nonis on behalf of plaintiff P77029.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Robert Moulton.
You are the moving party. What is the basis of your objection to garnishment?
My objection is I didn't want this vehicle that I purchased. I was forced to take it. When I first got the vehicle with the financing through credit acceptance, I went out and I was in the process of purchasing the vehicle. But when I went out and purchased the vehicle, the day that I drove it home, the engine fell out of it onto the ground. So I drove the vehicle back to the place that I purchased it from and demanded my money back. And they refused to give me my down payment of $1,800 back. So I contacted credit acceptance and I explained the situation to them that I didn't want this vehicle and I demanded my $1,800 payment back. Credit acceptance did nothing about the situation. So then I went to the gentleman that I purchased the vehicle from the car lot, and I told him I demanded my money back. And he refused to give my money back. And I said, well, you know, if you're not going to give me my money back and I don't want this vehicle anymore, then I'm going to have to sue you about this. He said, well, you can sue me, but you're still not getting your money back. So I have a family of 5, actually I have a family of 7. And it was refusing giving me my $1,800 back to go actually buy where the engine isn't dragging on the pavement or the street. So I said, you know, I don't want this car because you obviously sold me this car and there's a lot wrong with it. But he refused to give me my money back. I called credit acceptance. This gentleman is refusing to give me my money back. Credit acceptance did nothing. So my choices were to either take a vehicle where the engine just fell out on the ground a day after I got it. So I gave them $1,800. Or be out of $1,800, not have a vehicle for my family, and basically I'm just up the creek. If I'm not getting help from credit acceptance to get my money back, then how can I get my money back? How can I get a vehicle for my family? I don't have a choice. So this gentleman sold me this vehicle, obviously know it was more going on or more wrong with it than what he claimed. Because if the engine is dragging on the ground, I drove the vehicle back to the dealership and parked it on his lawn and told him, give me my money back. And he asked why. I was like, look at the bottom of this car. And the car was dragging on the engine was on the ground.
Okay.
So if he isn't gonna give me my money back, credit acceptance isn't gonna help me get my money back. I didn't have a choice, but
Do you have any other basis for your objection to garnishment? That's the only matter before me today.
basis.
Yes.
They offered me a $1,600 buyout for the vehicle not too long ago, and I couldn't take it at that moment because I didn't have $1,600 to give them.
Okay. Let me hear from Ms. Nunes.
Thank you, Your Honor. So unfortunately, everything the defendant states today is irrelevant when it comes to the objection to garnishment. If he's trying to attack the underlying judgment, he cannot do that in an objection to garnishment, as it's for the garnishment itself, not the judgment. To touch upon his things, he buys a car as is, he signed a contract, he's liable. My client provided him the money to buy the vehicle. So unfortunately, his claims are invalid. When it comes to his settlement statement, that settlement was offered 2 years ago in 2021 and he never paid it. So as for the purposes of today, his objection is required to be denied.
All right. Court is prepared to rule in this matter. Mr. Moulton, it sounds like you really had a tough time, and I'm sorry for that. But the only matter before the court today is your objection to garnishment. And Michigan Court Rule 3.101K specifically provides you cannot use the objection to garnishment as a means of attacking the underlying judgment. In this case, you were personally served with summons and complaint on December 10th, 2017, at the same address you use on your pleadings today. You failed to respond, and judgment by default was entered on January 24th, 2018. You have failed to state a valid objection to garnishment. That objection to garnishment, sir, must therefore be denied. You're going to get an absolute right to appeal my decision. That appeal must be perfected within 21 days today in the Wayne County Circuit Court. The court will send out to both of you an order denying the objection to garnishment. Thank you both for coming in. We are off the record.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel.
Let me call you back.
We are on the record. This is 06-140415, asset acceptance versus Pauline Kate Butler. This matter is scheduled for hearing today at 10 o'clock on the defendant's objection to garnishment. It's now after 10:30. Could I have your appearance?
Yes, sir. William Hill, P 28608, appearing as coverage counsel for asset acceptance today.
Mr. Hill, the defendant has failed to appear. I know for the record that you have filed a written answer. The objection to garnishment will be denied. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Have a good day, sir. We're off the record.
You too. Thank you.
Be safe. Bye-bye. Hello? Hello?
Hi. Okay.
We are on the record calling file number 05-118-920 Andover Financial versus Gertie Nixon. Date and time for objection and garnishment. What is your name, ma'am?
Gertie Nixon.
You are the moving party, ma'am. What is the basis of your objection to garnishment?
I didn't never receive any information regarding the garnishment, and I don't have the financial ability to pay any garnishment. And the bill was incurred 30 years ago almost.
All right, ma'am, let me give you some background information that might help your understanding here. The file indicates that you were personally served with summons and complaint on June 22nd, 2005. When you
I
failed-
wasn't.
Excuse me, ma'am. Please don't interrupt me.
I'm sorry.
When you failed to respond, a default judgment was entered against you on August 3rd of 2005. That judgment was renewed on April 23rd, 2015. Just so you understand, a judgment lives for 10 years before it expires, and it can be renewed ex parte if a motion is filed prior to the expiration of that 10-year period. In your case, that is what occurred. The judgment was entered in August 2005 and renewed in April of 2015. That means it's viable until April of 2025 unless it is renewed again. In relationship to your objection that you were not given any notice about the writ of garnishment, that's the way it works. Once the judgment has been entered against you, the plaintiff who has the judgment doesn't have to come to you. They go to some party, they go to a bank, they go to a credit union, an employer, somewhere that they believe has money that belongs to you. That party or business or occupation is served with a writ of garnishment. They are then called what is called the garnishee defendant. It is the obligation of the garnishee defendant to do two things. One, to tell you that you are being garnished, and two, to advise the garnishing party, the plaintiff, yes, I have money that belongs to Ms. Nixon, or no, I do not. Having failed to state a valid objection to garnishment, your objection to garnishment, ma'am, must be denied. You have a valid, absolute right, ma'am, to appeal my decision. That appeal must be perfected within 21 days today in the Wayne County Circuit Court. Thank you for coming in. We'll send out an order today. Have a good day. We're off the record.
Number 11 from the collection of a dozen of the six works by Jerry Wilson. Federico Agostini and his band, the musicians, the musician, birthday composers up next. He was born on this date, February 8th, 1932. We're about 7 decades of composing. Raymond for Phillips, 25 Grammys in all. 5 Oscar wins, 55 Oscar nominations, and the second only to both his movies. I'm talking about John Williams, who some of the score in the 2011 Steven Spielberg film War Books. The conductor, John Williams, of Boston. I think we'll see John. War Horse, 2011 film from Steven Spielberg and Chris Spielberg. I worked with people for John Williams. Find the numbers. Production set during World War I was 5,800 extras and 300 actual horses. John Williams music had a plot featured on the film with the composer from the gospel. Very winter metro forecast both quarters to be like 6 decimals and the mid-50s with showers with wild 13 Celsius back to the low 40s. WRCJ FM HD1 Detroit. From 1895 to 1976 and was the first African American to conduct a major orchestra.
Hello? I can't hear you. Awesome.
Good morning, Your Honor.
What file are you here on today?
I am here on 22192861 Forsyth Finance versus Karen Cromwell.
And you're representing whom?
I'm representing Forsyth Finance.
All right, Nelson. All right. Did you get any pleadings from the other side?
I have not, Your Honor.
All right, we'll give her a couple of minutes, then we'll move forward.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello,
You got it this time.
I'm so sorry about that. This is my first time doing a Zoom meeting. I am so sorry.
All right. Ms. Butler, you are here on asset acceptance versus Pauline K. Butler, is that right?
Yes.
All right, that case 06140415. That case was scheduled at 10 o'clock, ma'am, not 11.
Really?
Yes,
Because I
ma'am.
had called, the woman had told me 11. I didn't know.
No, ma'am.
She told me
Scheduled at 10 o'clock, and the court sent out this order. You should be getting that order the next couple of days.
Okay, because I called the woman the day before and she told me 11. Because I got proof that the people never even sent it to my house. My house is pushed way in the back. Can I put out another motion? Because
Ma'am,
I was given the wrong time. I don't even know how to use Zoom, sir.
well, ma'am, when you came in to file your objection to garnishment, at that time, they gave you a written piece of paper that said it was at 10 o'clock. You failed to appeal.
Okay.
You want to file
So-
another one, you have a right to do that. But I've already made my decision on that. Thanks for
Okay.
coming. Next time you'll know how to use Zoom.
Yes, sir, can I just say one thing?
Ma'am,
The woman didn't give me the paper. That's why I had called yesterday to find out what time. The girl
Okay.
told me 11 o'clock. She said, but come in like 5 or 10 minutes early.
yes, ma'am.
She's the one that showed me how to use it.
Objections to garnishment was scheduled at 10 o'clock, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Nelson. That's 861. Let's do that case. We are on the record. This is file number 22-192861. Forsyth Finance versus Karen Crowell. By notice dated January 23rd, 2023. This matter set for hearing today, February 8th, on plaintiff's motion to set aside dismissal. Your appearance.
Attorney Ashley Nelson on behalf of the plaintiff Forsyth Finance.
You remember the State Bar of Michigan?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Then you probably have a P number.
I do. It is P84103.
Did you get any pleadings from the Ms. Crowell?
I have not, Your Honor.
She has not appeared. It's 11:15. Your motion.
Your Honor, we're moving the court to set aside the dismissal that was entered on January 3rd. It appears that the case was dismissed as the court believed the second summons had expired and service had not taken place. Plaintiff had attached to its motion a copy of the tacking that took place on October 24th of 2022, and then the mailing of both first class and certified, which took place by the clerk of courts on October 25th, 2022. I was looking in the register of accounts, and it appears that the court had record of both of those entered again October 24th, 2022, and then October 25th, 2022. So service of the second summons and complaint was effectuated. And so we're just asking the court to set aside the dismissal and return this to its regular court calendar so that the default can be sent to Ms. Cromwell.
Well, counsel, the court has had a chance to review the file, the physical file. And the record together with your motion seems to suggest that you are entitled to the relief that's being requested. So what I will do is I will set aside the dismissal and reinstate the case. I note your motion is unopposed. I note that you had filed in the past a default without providing the Service Member Civil and Relief Act affidavit. Obviously, that's not going to work.
Correct.
So what I'll do is I'll grant your motion reinstating your case and look forward to further action on your part. Thank you for coming.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day, ma'am.
You too.
We're off the record. Morning, counsel.
Good morning, Judge.
I don't have your opponent as of yet, so I'll put you
Okay.
back in the waiting room.
All right. Thank you. Good morning, Judge.
We are on the record. This is file 22-190396, Jordan Irby versus Keys Auto Sales. And we were last together on this file on January the 11th, 2023. At that time, the court entered an order setting aside the default of the defendant and denying the motion for entry of default judgment on behalf of the plaintiff. Also on that January 11th date, with the agreement of the parties, the court said today, February 8th at 11 o'clock is our next pretrial. Notice of that pretrial was sent out to both parties. It's now February the 8th, it's after 11:30. I have appearance only from one party. Could I have your appearance, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Brent Leader, P70866. I'm appearing on behalf of Keys Auto.
And Keys Auto Sales is defendant in this file.
Yes, it is, Judge.
Defendant has appeared, plaintiff has failed to appear. No good call of that failure having been shown. The matter is dismissed without prejudice. We'll send you out an order today, sir. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good day.
You too.
The last file on this matter is 22-186-547. William D. Hanna, MD versus Tracy Williams. By notice dated January 25th, 2023, and mailed to the parties on that date, this matter is set for hearing today, February 8th at 11 o'clock on plaintiff's motion to reopen the case. It's now after 11:30. Neither party has appeared. The motion to just reopen the case will therefore be denied.